What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing a review on the Walther PDP. This would be about a 2,000 round review, and my thoughts on it, my opinions, would I recommend it, and my experiences with it, and what to look for and what to understand about it. So let's get into it. So I have the 4.5 Walther PDP chambered in 9mm. It's a standard polymer frame, full size, from factory, bare bone, and I added all my attachments and features and all that good stuff. So to me, from shooting and really getting to know this pistol over the last year or two, or however long it's been a great, reliable firearm. It has been phenomenal. It has performed every time. It has went bang every time. It has done its job phenomenally. Every time I picked it up, it's worked. Dry, sandy, doesn't matter. I've had this thing underwater. It's performed. I've done a little bit of everything with it. I've put it through some severe tests, if you know what I mean. So, like I said, I have about 2,000 rounds through it, and it's never let me down. And a couple things to note from factory that I do not like about them is the super big slide mask they have on them. It took me a while to get used to. I don't completely dislike it now. I actually find it very helpful in manipulating it, like out of the holster and on target, and finding my dot and everything. Having that bigger slide mask, the more top center balance, it's worked, and I've gotten really used to it, and the slide mask is not a problem for me. But you can see just how thick these slides on these things are, which it's not that bad when you get used to them. And another thing I want to add is the factory spring rate and the factory guide rod that these come with are super heavy. And to me and many other people that own Walther, they are way oversprung. They're about 18, 19 pounds, and they're polymer guide rod, and yeah, they're way oversprung. So sorry about the train, they pass by pretty regular. So this right here is the factory spring that the Walther PDP comes with, at least the 4.5 full size comes with, I know for sure. And it is polymer guide rod, super flimsy, and they are way oversprung. I mean, they are way oversprung. They have just too much spring to them. They're flimsy, and just probably one of the first upgrades I would do is I would upgrade to a tungsten or a stainless guide rod. And let's go ahead and get into that. So what I added, by the way, the gun is clear, no mag in the gun, it's completely clear. I added a ZR Tactical stainless 15-pound captured guide rod. They also make the long stroke, the ultra mass, all the different spring rates and all that good stuff. But if you want a good all-around spring, reliability, all that good stuff, check out their captured line. They make some great springs. They make their 17-pound, their duty spring, their 15-pound, which is like a 20% reduced recoil, and they're great. And this spring I put in when I first bought it, because the first couple of shots, I probably put one mag through that factory spring, and I was like, no, we got to do something about that. And I went online, found the ZR Tactical, and I thought, well, I'll give them a shot, and tried it out. It's a great spring. I recommend it. I recommend their rods and springs to just about anybody. I also have their ZR Tactical +4 base plates, which are very good base plates. They've been very good to me, and just a good little combination. I like ZR Tactical. They produce some great products. So yeah. And so with all that being said, about 2,000 rounds, give or take. All the springs and all the sear and all the internals in this frame are completely from factory. 2,000 plus rounds through them. I've done just a little bit of polishing, like on the sear, and a few little components, done a little bit of polishing on there and all that good stuff. So It's also helped reliability. Another thing I want to point out with the Walther PDPs is their stock or their factory trigger is a phenomenal trigger from factory. Probably one of the best out of all duty pistols, carry pistols. I think they produce probably one of the best. Them and Canic. Canic makes it pretty good. Like the Canic Metes, and I don't know a lot about Canic, but I know they have some pretty good triggers. I've shot a few of them, liked a few of them, and disliked a few of them. And yeah, but anyways, the stock trigger in the Walther PDP is a phenomenal trigger. I think it's great from factory. If you're looking for a gun where you don't have to dig in and upgrade the trigger, Walther PDP is your go-to. They have a very crisp trigger, very clean reset, very clean break. So I'll kind of give you a little demonstration. Like I said, the gun is clear, nothing in the gun, completely empty. So here you have your short pull back wall right there, your brake, which your brake is pretty crisp and goes to the back wall of the frame, and then your reset, pretty crisp too, very short, it's right about there is your reset. So very crisp, smooth trigger, very light. I want to say it's 4 to 5 pounds or something like that, and it might even be more, but it feels like less. So yeah, their triggers are great. They're definitely oversprung from factory, so maybe check out the ZR Tactical or like the DPM springs. I think it's DPM, it might be DPS or something like that. Great springs as well. And yeah, once you put you a good guide rod in there from ZR, I mean, you pretty much have a super solid, reliable handgun. Like very, very reliable, and I would highly recommend it. So now I'm gonna kind of go over some of the features and attachments I have added onto it, the ones I've had for about 2,000 rounds and the ones that I've just added recently. So ones that I've had for about 2,000 rounds are the Holosun SCS, which is a direct mount optic for the Walther PDP line, which is great. So if you don't want to run an RMR plate or contact Walther to get a plate, then this is a great option. They are direct bolt up to the 2.0. They might be for the 1.0, but I'm not for sure. So the Walther PDPs, they have the Gen 1, which is your standard, your flat slide, and then you have your Gen 2 where they have like a different design under the RMR plate. I'll throw a picture in there so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'll throw it in there. And then if you want to run a specific RMR or a specific optic or whatnot, you can contact Walther, give them your serial number, I believe, and they will send you a free RMR plate for whatever optic you want to go with, which is very nice, very convenient for Walther. The waiting times may vary anywhere from a couple of days to a week to a month. I mean, it just kind of depends where you're at and what RMR plate you're wanting, which to me, that's a very good feature of Walther. You know, if you want to run a specific optic, you just contact them with what gun you have, your serial numbers, and they'll send you one free RMR plate. And then if you want additional plates, you will have to purchase those. So yeah, I didn't want to really have to wait for the whole plate process and wait times and all that. So I went ahead and I found the direct bolt up optic, and it was the Holosun SCS. They also make another one. I can't remember the brand or the model of it, but they also make another one that is directly bolt up to the PDPs. But I want to say, no, it's Steiner. It might not be. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up, and if I can find what other one it is, I'll post it up here also. So I went with the Holosun just because Holosun is Holosun. They make great optics. You can't really go wrong. This one's been underwater. This one's been through some severe tortures. I will say it's been underwater. It's been in sand, mud. It's been dropped. It's been slam racked. I rack it every time from the optic, just about. I have desk racked it, and I have never lost zero. This is a great optic. If you don't want to wait for plates, or if you want a good optic, I recommend the SCS. Ready to go. Slap it on, lock tight your bolts, good to go. Also, Another thing I've had on here for about 2,000 rounds is the TLR1 plain Jane basic. It's not the high lumen HL. It's just your standard TLR1, which, you know, can't really go wrong. It's Streamlight. They're good lights. If you want even better light, you can check out the Surefires and the other different lights. But this one's been a good one. It hasn't let me down. I've had this light, this optic, and the ZR Tactical guide rod in there for about 2,000 rounds. And the recent features I added was a Parker Mountain Machine 5.1-inch barrel with a dual port compensator, which Walthers from factory, they tend to be just a little bit snappier than your other firearms like Glock, SIG, and some of your other different. They tend to be a bit more snappier just because they're heavy factory spring weight and they're ultra mass. You know, they're high mass slide. You know, they got a fatter slide, so they tend to be a little bit snappier. So yeah, what I did is I ran thousands of rounds through it with the factory barrel, and it was fine with that upgraded guide rod in there. It really helped a lot. But I ran it fine without a compensator. It wasn't too snappy for me. Some people it is, some people it's not. But if you really want to take away all the snap and all the recoil and you want as flat as possible, PMM barrel and compensator, it's been great so far. I've only had about 2,000 rounds through this barrel and comp, and it's been great. It's been phenomenal, especially with that guide rod and the compensator. It's been phenomenal. And I added the Taylor Freelance extended magwell, or flared magwell, which is awesome. And another question that, you know, I've even asked before is that the ZR Tactical +4s work with the Taylor Freelance magwells. So if you're wondering, you know, you want to go with a Taylor Freelance magwell and you're wondering what base pad or what extensions will work, ZR Tacticals, they do work, and they work great. They snap into place. You might have to do just a hair bit of filing on the back so that it doesn't rub a lot, but not a whole lot. It really doesn't matter too much. But yeah, they are compatible, the ZR Tactical and the Taylor Freelance. And you can also watch ZR's videos about their base plates and, you know, magwell setups and all that, and they also answer that question for some people. I don't remember what video it is, but they do go over how they are compatible with each other. And other magwells are compatible with the ZR Tacticals too. Not sure which ones. This is just the combo I went with. You know, if you have any more questions or anything about that, then might go check out ZR Tactical or do some Google research, because I'm not 100% certain, so I'm not going to give a direct answer. But yeah, this has been a great gun for me. It has worked every time I picked it up. I mean, oil or no oil, and the trigger, I mean, everything has worked. No matter, every time I picked it up and had to use it, or any drills or speed shooting or anything, it has always worked, and it has not let me down. Over 2,000 rounds, and I have not had a single malfunction out of this thing, which is very impressive. I mean, that says a lot about itself. But like I said, I do have my cons on it. I do have the things I like and dislike, which is just the super heavy factory spring rate and the bigger slide. But the good thing about the bigger slide is they put these very nice slide serrations on here. So if your hands are wet, bloody, you know, whatever, you can still activate that action pretty easy, especially with that lighter spring in there. It really helps it out, opens it up quite a bit. Takedown feature on this is also very unique and very easy to manipulate. So you just pull down on this lever right here. It's on both sides. See right here. You just pull down on that lever and just pull your trigger. Slide comes right off, no problem. Inserting your slide back on, line it up with your groove, and that's it. You're locked back into place. It automatically resets back in there, kind of like a Glock. And yeah, very easy to take down. Unlike, you got your little Glock tabs you got to pull down. This, you just grab a hold, pull it down, and then you're good to go. Oh, I didn't pull it down far enough. Yeah, just like that. And pretty easy. Very convenient. I like it. It hasn't slipped loose or hung up on me. It's broke down every single time I need it to. And yeah, all around it's been a great handgun. And so yeah, I also did a little bit of custom stipple work on this one, which from factory they come with a very sharp, aggressive feel to them, and they feel fine from factory. Like there's no reason to really stipple them or change up the grips because they have a very comfortable, aggressive grip pattern to them, and I really like it. But I went ahead and went the extra mile. As you can see, I went the extra mile with a little bit of everything. So you can either leave the factory grip, you can stipple it, you can do whatever you want. You can get on Talon and get you some Talon grip tape or whatever you prefer. So yeah, I mean, just whatever you prefer. That's my thoughts, that's my intake on it. And would I recommend it to people looking for a good, reliable pistol or like a service pistol or something like that? Yes, I highly recommend it. I recommend this thing over just about anything. And this and Glock are my two, that's my two go-tos. And I would recommend them both to anybody. But for all around shooting, if you want to do some, match shooting, you want to do some, EDC carry, training, speed shooting, competition, whatever, this is a good all around, a great all around option to choose from if you wanted to, just do all the above. But I pretty much do training and drills, and this is one of my EDCs that I carry. So yeah, it's a good handgun and I recommend it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you think. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer if I can, or if I mess something up in the video, leave it in the comments, and I'll kind of go through there and answer questions or take advice or just about whatever. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you would, feel free to like and subscribe. It would really help me get up there, that way so I can produce more like quality content and be able to get more things out there and do different reviews and all that good stuff. So I have more stuff coming. I have a budget rifle build video coming. I have some polishing videos coming, some odds and ends, different things that I'll be posting in the near future. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be putting out a lot more content as I go on, and if you have any suggestions on what you want me to touch on, just leave it in the comments and we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, this is Backcountry Ballistics. Hope you enjoyed the video.